A lady called me.
Yes.
She had gotten my number. She said she wanted to come and talk to me.
Yes.
About how I can market and do my business better.
Yes.
Hey, wanting to do better in business is...
man, is every business person's dream.
Yeah. So I said, why not?
Good morning. Yes, it's always a good morning here at BNI, and welcome to BNI Uganda podcast. My name is Solomon Tumwesche. I'm your host for now. I don't know how long this is going to be, but yes, I'm your host for now at BNI Uganda podcast. And the BNI Uganda podcast is produced at Studio 84, Studio 84 being a podcast studio along Lithuli Avenue in Bugolobi. Last week on BNI Uganda podcast, we hosted the National Director of BNI Uganda, Diana Ninsima Chibuka, and she took us through the journey of how she ended up bringing BNI to Uganda and her journey through the trenches from the beginning up to 10 years later today, when she has grown the community to over 600 members in 14 chapters and 4 chapters forming. Today, with great pleasure and honor, I host one of the 3 10-year members in BNI Uganda. This guy joined BNI Uganda. He was among the first people to join BNI Uganda in 2015, and he has stayed in the room for 10 years. One of the 3 unique individuals. Some joined with him, left, came back. He's among the 3 that have stayed. Grace Kiwanuka. He's an insurance person. I will not spoil what he does. I'll let him introduce himself. So, Grace, please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here in Studio 84. It's such a good environment.
Yeah.
Many thanks to our listeners to this morning. I'm Grace Kiwanuka, like introduced. I run an insurance broking firm called Chancellor Wright Insurance Brokers.
Yes. Which
was started business way back in 1998.
Yes.
So we joined BNI in 2015.
Yes.
The first launch.
Yes.
And it was quite an excitement.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, Grace, who was the very first person to talk to you about BNI?
One hot afternoon, July, probably not even July, could have been around January.
Yes.
Around January, when the sun is very, very hot.
Yeah.
A lady called me.
Yes.
She had gotten my number. She said she wanted to come and talk to me.
Yes.
About how I can market and do my business better.
Yes.
Hey, wanting to do better in business is...
man, is every business person's dream.
Yeah. So I said, why not? And in our line of business, you have to learn to listen to people.
Yeah.
So she came in. I got a shock. This lady came in. It was very, very hot. And she was pregnant.
Yes.
Wow. So all the time we talked. She talked about BNI, about what she needs, she wants us to do, and the number of people she has gone to see.
Yes.
And I said, and the opportunities, of course. The opportunities were marketing, and she was taking me through how I could have so many people marketing for my organization, and that would save us money.
Yes.
Because marketing is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So did you know this lady from before the phone call?
No, I didn't.
So where did she get your contact from?
I think she must have talked to some of my clients. I don't know.
Okay.
So that one now relates to why BNI is important.
Exactly.
Referral based.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So even you joining BNI was a referral.
Yeah, probably.
So, Grace, what do you remember about the first BNI meeting?
Wow. You know, we had met. I was called into the room.
Yes.
I think it was some hotel. And then when we got to the hotel, I looked at a few people who had come in,
Yeah.
of course, in that room, because that was before the launch of
Yes.
BNI,
Yes.
of
Yes.
course. So we had some meeting, we went through all that, and I was asking myself, now, because the first thing is, who am I going to sell insurance to in this group? Because, of course, the mindset is that you see people, you start selling to them, and all that. Then when the idea of the launch, as she was talking about, as Diana was talking about that, then we realized that probably we need to get on board and be part of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what made you stay? Because now you came in, typically an insurance person will try and sell directly, then you realize, no, I need to stay in here longer. So what made you actually stay in the room?
A very interesting question.
Yes.
You know, when you do a kind of business we do, you have got to be patient.
Yes.
That's the first thing. You have got to be patient, and secondly, you have to nurture relationships and friends, and also to be able now to understand where whom to sell what to. So when we came in the room, we realized after some time, after a few weeks of the meetings, we realized after some time that we had gotten a lot of inquiries.
Yes.
Some inquiries started coming up, and then previously, being an insurance broker, broking firms don't have to advertise, so we don't appear in the papers.
Yeah.
So nobody will know about Chancery. So eventually, you come to ask people who ask you a few questions here and there, and you realize that actually, word is getting out there that Chancery exists.
Yes.
So we said we must stick to this.
We must stick to this.
Yeah.
So, Grace, along the way, 10 years, can you mention or maybe point out a few things that have changed in your business because of BNI? I understand in most businesses, even mine, at the point where you talk to a potential client about your business and your product, they are not ready to buy. So it's important you stay on their mind so that when they are ready to buy, they think of you. But what are those few things that have changed in your business because of BNI that you know that without BNI, I wouldn't be here?
Wow. So actually, BNI taught me that to be able to get business, get good referrals, to nurture business.
Yeah.
When I visit my clients, I don't talk about what I do. I listen to what they do, and I try to help them solve their problems. Because in doing that, they understand that you have not come to just fish from them. You are part of them. You are interested in their well-being, and when that one is done, then basically now the client cannot go away from you. So I've learned to go listen to what my client says. So when my client is giving me references to his business or her business, then I'm able to tell. I'm able to tell where I can be able to jump in and help.
Wow, Grace.
Yeah.
I actually love that BNI has taught you to listen
Yeah.
to the problems that they are to solve. So, Grace, 10 years, you have watched integrity. That's the chapter you belong to.
Yeah, true.
Evolve from a few people in a forming chapter to the launch. First year, second year, 5 years, 10 years now, you have seen it evolve. What are some of those milestones in between that you remember seeing the chapter grow? Now you're 70-something members.
Yeah, true.
Share something about how your chapter has evolved.
For the new members who come in BNI Integrity, or BNI for that matter,
Yeah.
Initially when we were doing referrals, we had slips.
Yes.
We are doing these things on paper.
Physical slips,
Physical
like sticky notes. I remember them.
Yeah. Then you have to pass them around. I've given you a referral. Thank you for all those.
Yes.
We used to do that. Now, with the evolution of technology, now you can see we do most of our work online. So we are not you come to the room freer to do more connections than it were before.
Yes.
So we'd write quite a lot. Then I remember that time we were quite a few businesses. evolved there. Now, when you look at the businesses and what we call power teams, you can see some power teams are really very, very strong.
Yes.
Actually, sometimes we say there are some power teams, and we normally say these power teams are like a chapter in itself.
They're transacting so much business.
So much
They have
business.
so much closeness together.
So much business, so much closeness. So things have come easier, much easier to do business with BNI because of that evolution of having apps and having the technology in itself.
Yes.
It's more easier this time.
It's a core value in BNI,
Yeah.
innovations
Yeah,
and traditions.
Exactly, innovation and traditions. So a lot of innovations, a lot of how we do things. At that time, there were no bells. Now there are bells, people, And also, it is important to note that you see, BNI will always teach you how to talk about your business in a very, very, very little time.
That's true.
They ask you to talk about your business in 10 seconds. I don't know how many people can do it. So you grow every other day. You try to grow how you are going to present yourself, how you are going to present your business, what do you need. And actually, in BNI, when you come in, it's important for people to know that you don't come to rest. There's a lot of work. You've got to do a lot of work.
I like that. You
Because
don't come to rest.
You can walk in BNI, stay and you jump out without getting anything.
Hold on, Grace. About jumping out.
Yeah.
10 years down the road, did you ever consider leaving at any one point?
No,
Wow.
I have never, because if I reflect back in my office and what we have done, and the kind of people we meet,
Yeah.
especially the kind of people we meet in a line of business can come 3 years down the line.
That's true.
Because if you have a business now, and there is an existing insurance broker,
You have a relationship. You have an ongoing contract. Yes, that's true.
So if there's an opportunity, that guy will always remember you.
So in your business, Grace, not even just the way BNI does things, you are a farmer by nature.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. Some of the businesses you get because somebody has worked somewhere where you served.
You know, the one testimony I have about BNI, Grace, 8 years later for me is that you cannot talk about your business creatively differently every week of the calendar year and you stay the same. You can't stay the same. It ties into what you are saying, that it teaches you to talk about your business in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It actually does. So, are there any more lessons that you could share that, BNI has taught you and Chancery, right?
Punctuality. For that matter, punctuality. You're not BNI what we do. You are marked late. Some of the things are there in the background. You can't know. But you walk in a meeting, some people have already been marked absent, for that matter. And that one reflects on your performance. We also have performance goals.
Evaluation and all that stuff, yes.
So it is critical. So you can also be asked to go.
Yes, you can also be asked to go.
Yeah.
If you're a non-performer.
Exactly.
Takes me to accountability. For a grown man in business for so many decades, you're still held accountable by the system.
Yeah.
Grace, what advice would you give someone, a new member in BNI, or someone who is considering to join BNI? But let's speak to a new member in BNI. What advice would you give them?
The first advice is always to know your members.
Yeah.
That's where you begin from, because they're a marketing team. If you don't know them, you're not going to survive.
Yeah.
So the best thing, know your members and try to open up, open yourself up as a person, because also as a person, you also matter.
Yes.
How you conduct yourself, and if you are truthful to what you say, then you are going to manage.
Wow, I
because
like
we
that.
We learn from you what you actually need. We cannot give you what we don't know.
No.
So you have to ask properly. You have to open up your business so that people maybe understand what you actually do, and you can get a lot of advice. I can advise you. I can.
You can assure.
Yeah, I can assure you.
Thank you very much, Grace. What would be one word to describe your journey in BNI? What one word would you use to describe your journey in BNI?
That is a very difficult one. But BNI is a business.
Yes.
That is it. It's a business. Because you come there, you do business. You have structured moments when you are doing each and everything every other week, every other month, 12 months down the line. So if you left BNI for 9 months, you come back and do the same thing. So we actually do business.
Grace, I never like to close this episode without asking my guests whether there's anything they had on their heart and mind to share that we have probably not touched on.
Probably maybe to the businesses which want to come to BNI.
Yeah.
The structure of BNI requires us to have membership of organizational businesses,
Yes.
which are well registered.
Yes.
That is very critical, because we want to refer businesses which are properly registered. They have offices, they are properly located, unless otherwise maybe in the future. So it is important that you have structures in your office, in your business, which can help the group to be able to refer you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Grace. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation to this BNI Uganda podcast.
Thank you very much.
And to our listeners and viewers for this episode, if this one inspired you, you're a BNI member or you're not a BNI member, share it in your chapter, subscribe, hit the bell button if you're on YouTube. And if you're listening to this on your preferred podcast platform, subscribe and set your notifications so that you're the first one to know when a BNI Uganda podcast comes out. Next week, we get to hear from one more 10-year member of BNI Uganda. We get to listen to another story of a BNI Uganda 10-year member, and we get to learn more what it was. If you just joined BNI and you've been here a couple of years, 5 years or less, or even slightly more, there are traditions or things that used to happen in BNI, like Grace mentioned. Now we have an application. We used to do these things manually, pass referrals, registration, thank you for closed business, all on physical notes. It has really evolved.
Yeah, true.
What's your favorite core value, Grace, as we close this?
Relationships.
Building relationships. Of course, it goes without saying, you're an insurance guy.
Yeah.
Until the next episode of BNI Uganda podcast, I will see you on that one. Thank you very much.
Thank you for hosting me.